first things first, I just want to go over your first term in office, and I want you to hit some of the highlights for us.
Okay, well, one of the biggest highlights is we've did a $40 million incentive pay for our public safety. We cut the millage rate by 50%, which is the tax rate in Bibb County, and we moved about 700 blighted structures. On top of that, we've had some huge economic wins with about $1 billion worth of economic investment and 1,500 jobs.
Makes sense. And, you know, when you look back at everything that you've accomplished over the last 4 years, where do you think you're planning to go in the next 4?
Well, I think we're going to continue to build on the things that we've done so far. We have a lot of new projects coming on. What's different this time is we have a team that's gotten larger because more people have got on board. So we're going to do bigger and better things at the mall. We're also going to be looking at hopefully a new national park. We've been working really hard behind the scenes. You're going to see a whole new development there, $300 or $400 million. And things are going to start to take off at the airport. You'll see the FBO, perhaps a new terminal there, a runway extension, some new commercial airlines coming in, and a lot of great jobs for our people and our students here in Bibb County. So I think we're going to continue to do that. We're going to keep taxes low, and you're going to see a roads program like you've never seen before. We're going to start paving the way and making, probably going to set aside about $40–50 million in the next SPLOST to pave roads and to have sidewalks. I think people have been asking that for a while, and we finally got the opportunity to do that. So you're going to continue to see great things like that and creating more jobs.
You take a look at the last 4 years, and oftentimes when people are running for the first time, you ask why do you want to run for this office? Why do you want to be mayor? And for you, I just want to ask, what keeps you going, and why do you want to continue?
Well, we want to continue to do the great things that we're doing for our community. There's a lot of people who depend on us. We're starting to get recognition all across the United States, and especially here in Georgia, people are saying, wow, we're hearing great things about Macon. We want to come there. I think you're going to finally see some good growth in Macon. I think we've grown in the last 3 years more than we did the previous 10 years. But, we really want to make a better place here for people now than we got it when we got here. So I think that's going to continue to be the focus and the drive is we want to bring families here, give them the opportunity to thrive. We want to have a great place for people to have a good quality of life. That's why we have the amphitheater. That's why we're continuing to do the trails. That's why we're going to have a new national park. All those great quality of life things is why businesses are attracted to Macon. We're also going to make sure that we continue the existing businesses here that we have. We've seen numerous expansions here. YKK AP was the latest one, Irvin Tissue, and we got a couple more we hope to announce very soon.
All righty. And, people might say, each administration has its own baby, so to speak. So, the Rickard administration had downtown and Poplar Street especially. And I know one of your babies has been the Eisenhower Corridor. What plans do you have for future development there, and what plans do you have for future development across the county?
Well, every part of the county is going to get hit. That's what we said before. We're going to get something there for everybody. Macon Mall is going to continue. The corridor there is going to continue to expand thanks to the e-bid that we have there. We expect new hotels, new restaurants, new retail to come. We also expect some new housing there in the immediate area, some lofts and other types of things there. That corridor is going to connect to downtown in such a special way. Other projects we have going on, we have the Cliffview Lake project over in South Bibb County off Houston Avenue. Lots of houses going to be going up in that area there. And of course, we can't forget downtown's doing wonderful on its own, but I think you'll see some new hotels down here, some new restaurants, some new lofts. And across the river there at the East Bank project is going to be immaculate. As we get into the 2025 SPLOST, you'll start seeing some other thoughts and ideas, including some things that are going to happen with potential detention facilities, as well as new hotels and convention centers, and activating that Hilton property that we had there. So also excited about some things that's going to happen out in the Toby-Softke area, which is another important part, and we hope to see some great things happening there in the very near future, probably within the year.
And I'm glad you mentioned SPLOST. That was going to be my next thing. So what are your top 3 goals for that 2025 SPLOST?
Well, the new 25 SPLOST is going to be number one. It's going to be paving roads. We want to put a lot of money in paving roads. That's going to be a key factor there. We're going to create a lot more economic development. That's why we continue to fund the things we do that bring good jobs here and businesses that we have here. Certainly those are going to be always there. We're going to keep our facilities in top shape and make sure that we update those. We have a lot of facilities been around 50 years, and we have to keep up with everyone else if we're going to be competitive here in Georgia and be competitive in Macon Bibb County. So we're going to do those types of things as well. I think you'll see that happening. And, SPLOST is going to give good opportunities for building and also for jobs and bringing new people into Macon. One thing we're going to do is listen to what the taxpayers are saying here, the citizens are saying, and so far they're going to want better roads, and they also want to upgrade a lot of our fire stations and our sheriff's department, so we'll have a lot more things like that coming as well.
Gotcha. And as far as law enforcement, public safety goes, I know a lot of the budgets have been very public safety oriented, but something that I know you've floated in the past has been maybe restarting Macon Police Department. Is that one of your goals for the next 4 years?
I'm not sure if it's a goal or not, but I think we're going to let the sheriff's race play out this year, and we'll talk with whatever sheriff is there and have those conversations to see whatever's going to make sense for Macon-Bibb County. We'll look at the finances, look for a way that we can continue to help the sheriff's department. If that means having some supplemental police department there, maybe we'll consider that. But it's not going to be a decision that I make myself. It'll be something that we make together with the commissioners, and also something the citizens of Macon-Bibb County would have to make as well. We continue to improve the numbers that we have and the duties and responsibilities we have of our code enforcement, and I think that's doing real well to help supplement the sheriff's department. But one thing's for certain is we're going to keep continuing to support our public safety. I'll be doing my budget this next week, and you can see a large part of that is going to be increasing in public safety pay, as well as all of the employees that we have here for Bibb County.
Gotcha. And the other thing I want to ask you about is, of course, MVP. There was just that big MVP update at Commission on Tuesday night. So talk about some of the positive points that you heard from that, and where do we take that and go from here?
Well, the Macon Violence Prevention Program has been a huge success. Other communities across Georgia are using it as their model. We're excited about that. Anytime someone tries to duplicate the work you're doing, it must mean something special. We did win the State Visionary Award, which is something that everybody, all the partners we have, can get some appreciation for. But every life is important as far as violent crime is concerned, and we are excited that the violent crime has been down almost 43%. More importantly, the areas that we targeted for our youth, the number of kids committing new crimes or violence against teens have decreased about 70%. What we're going to do is continue to find ways that we can improve on these programs that we have. We can give the deputies the tools that they need to be successful out there on our investigations. But at the same time, we want to make sure that these programs are sustainable. So we're looking for other ways to fund them outside of tax dollars to try to help them build up themselves and build up their organizations so they can have a bigger success.
Gotcha. And this is something I probably should have asked earlier, but why should people elect you for a second term here?
Well, I think they can look at the actions that we've done as a team over the last several years, and what distinguishes me from other candidates running for this office is I've had the ability to manage a $200 to $300 million budget for the last 12 years, 8 years on the school system and 4 years here at Mayor. We have a clean audit. We do a great job of using our money very efficiently, and we also had a history of cutting taxes in Bibb County without cutting the services that we provided. So I think people can look for the great things that we think outside the box, the new people coming to our community, especially tourism. We've done a great work in tourism in the last 3 years by increasing our tourism, sports tourism, from 3 million to 14 million. This year we're always on a pace to do about 23 to 24 million, which means lower taxes and better services for all of our citizens.
Gotcha. And is there a way that we can get a preview of what taxes might look like on the budget presentation next week?
Well, like we always do, we start out with the taxes from the previous year on what the millage rate is, because until all the tax assessments has been done and the appeals have been done, and we have to determine what the value of that mill is, it's really hard to set a millage rate. That's why we always give an estimate from the previous year, and then we'll come back in a couple of months. One thing's for certain, the taxes are not going up, they're going down. We just don't know the percentage yet. We've done a great job with the OLAS and being very efficient with our money, and we feel confident that the rate will continue to go down for a while. But this year it's too early to kind of set the exact rate, so we'll go with last year's rate right now until probably August when we vote on the millage rate and we get the tax digest back.
Gotcha. And one thing I'd probably be remiss if I didn't ask about, and you've kind of poked fun at it yourself a couple times. I think at State of the Community either last year or the year before, it was, oh no, he's in the Facebook comments again. So, and I know some people have said sometimes online or whatever, just saying, gee, why is he, saying all this stuff in the Facebook comments? So to people who might not think that's maybe a best practice for a mayor, what do you say to those folks?
Well, I'm not a typical politician, so sometimes I wear my heart on my sleeves, and I'm very passionate about the work that I do, especially very passionate about people who take shots at Macon-Bibb County. And something I'm not going to step by as mayor. I think you want a person advocating for you and being aggressive. You can be respectful, and sometimes it gets kind of testy with folks on Facebook, but most of those people don't live in Macon. They don't respect the people that do live in Macon, and they're poking fun at us. So, it'll continue to happen. But, the biggest thing I've seen in the last 3 years is more people are jumping on that wagon to defend us, so I'll have to do less of that. Each and every day when there's a negative comment about Macon, I see 10 or 15 positive comments coming back from people in the community that are kind of fighting that fight for me. So I think it's something that's been great for the community, gets them involved. They also know that I've got their back, and I'm going to continue to do that.
Gotcha. And one last thing here, what is your 30-second elevator pitch?
Well, I think my elevator speech is if you want the great things that we've been doing in the last 3 or 4 years to continue, then you need to vote for Lester Miller. Is someone that can manage the finances, keep taxes low, keep services up. We're going to continue to reinvent ourselves by getting back to our musical and our historical perspectives in Macon and preserving those types of things, by thinking outside the box and doing new things like the 32 indoor pickleball courts, the amphitheater, the lake over in South Bibb County, and the new national park. We haven't reached our full potential yet. I'm tired of hearing that word. We're gonna soar. Airport's going to be a place that we make a lot of money at. So I think people just need to get on board with Team Macon Bibb. We are a good team. We're going to continue to do the great things. I'm looking forward to 4 more years to do that.